it's Sonia. Thanks for hanging out with me again. I appreciate that you came back. Happy Friday evening to you. I thought I would turn on the camera today and just kind of show you what I'm working on. You guys know that one of my goals is to clean the garage out because there's a lot of stuff in there. And especially if you're somebody who collects a lot of stuff, it's very easy to fill up a space. If you're a furniture flipper like me and you love the junk and thrift and pick, we're not stamp collecting, right? So things take up a lot of space. So I am painting my way out of the garage, and simultaneously I am also cleaning out to move out of our shop location in Ligonier. You guys know we moved 3 hours north, yada yada. Go back and watch that video if you want to get all caught up, to kind of catch you up to speed with where we are right now. It is the last couple days of August. By the way, yes, I am wearing a trick or treat shirt. Proudly got this for $5 last year over at Michael's. Who remembers that? And I put this on today. So actually I matched the buffet behind me. But yeah, we're just days away from September. September touches October. October is the month, my favorite month, Matt's favorite month. So listen, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right, all right? That's the deal. So yeah, simultaneously trying to clean my garage while cleaning out of the shop. It means that there's stuff plus more stuff. And I'm also somebody that I love stuff. Like, I love to keep the stuff. It's really hard cleaning out my storefront. Oh, I started to say that this is the end of the month. So therefore, I imagine that I probably have 2 more trips back to my storefront in Ligonier just to gather up the rest of the stuff that's in there. My next vlog, I will probably show you guys just kind of like closing it all up, documenting that part of life, moving on to the very next season. It's going to be sad, but we're going to get through it together. So I've been working on cleaning out the basement down there. I swear I feel like I've been moving forever, but there's just always something to clean out. Do you feel like that? So yeah, working on the garage, but at the same time bringing more stuff from Ligonier. It's been really hard because I'm trying to tell myself, keep this, get rid of this, sell this. But all the stuff that was in my storefront, I picked it. So I know I love it. So it's hard to get rid of, all right? And some of the stuff I kept, I told you guys, I never had price tags on in my store because I would just keep it to show customers when they came in. You guys would ask, do you have something with a brown glaze over it? Do you have something with a black glaze over it? Do you have something with a white glaze over it? So as a result of that, I ended up keeping a lot of things painted so that way it could be visuals when you guys came in to look and to browse, right? Or I used it to stage stuff onto, or it was just up for sale, and at the point of closing my storefront, a portion of it went to my friend Mary's over at Second Chance Consignment, showed you guys where I'm putting my stuff to sell, but there's some stuff that I'm just deciding to keep. It's hard to part with. Do you ever notice that when you first start cleaning out as well, you're probably more likely to go like, I gotta keep that, I gotta keep that. And then the further along you get, you're like, is there really more stuff? Like, I'm over it, I don't want it anymore. Just sell it, just move it along. I feel like I'm at this point right now. It's the end of the month. And I'm just realizing how much stuff I have. And if you've ever moved, tell me if you have. And if you know the pain of, you don't realize what you have collected until you go to move out of a space. That's why I can never move out of this house, because I've got so much jam-packed in here and so much space to jam-pack just yet. Stay tuned. We're going to have tons of fun. I think that's why I like this house, right? It gives me tons and tons of, blank walls to play with and blank walls to decorate. So, I'm just having a ball over here, right? So today I thought I'd show you, in keeping with my goal of just what I bring into the house, and also what I have brought into the house to get it painted. I picked it up for a reason because I loved it. Maybe that's you as well. And you're like, okay, I bought this because I loved it, but I never got around to actually finishing it, or I bought more stuff. And so I'm picking through all that. And one of the things I've told myself is, as I'm deciding to keep some stuff from my storefront in Ligonier, that as I bring it up and it comes to the house, and I'm bringing up boxes like this, that if I plan to keep it, to actually bring it to the house, get it out of the box, and put it where I plan to keep it. Not keep it in the garage, because that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So anyway, here's to both of us getting stuff out of boxes, getting it done, and just getting it on the walls, getting it in place, getting it painted, get it done, right? So these are two I cleaned. Yeah, when I moved from a store to the store that I am now, in that move, there was a lot of boxes as well. Man, that was a whole other thing, right? And I'm finding stuff in the basement that never made it upstairs to my store from the very first move that I brought it over in boxes when I downsized to that store. And so when I came across these, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep these for myself. Look at this, guys. When I was out at an auction, I bought these 2 jars. I had cleaned them and sterilized them, but like I said, they've been sitting in a basement for a couple years. I had not taken them out and brought them up to the actual public floor, right? So now I have to dust and clean and all that good stuff. So I got my cleaner today, my paper towels, and so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna take it all out, I'm gonna set it all up, I'm gonna dust it, and then I'm gonna go find places for it. So what would you guys do with these jars? Would you keep them as well? I love them. It says sterile on here, and when I got this at an auction and bid on it and won it, hello, love me auctions. Miss going to auctions. I want to definitely do some more in the future when I'm able to. But I'm guessing these came from maybe a doctor's office. Yeah, they have like the old stamp stickers on the front of them. And this says like 4x8, 2x2. So maybe some gauze was stored in these or something like that, right? Who knows what was stored into it, something or another that's medical, but I'm going to clean them out. At the first time that I bought these, I found some old clothespins, so I started throwing that inside of there. So I just might have to throw something else in there. I love the old clothespins. How about you guys? So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put in those and work on that this evening. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below what you think would be nice. Maybe some fake lemons. I don't know. Put them in the kitchen on my shelving unit. That would be cool. Dusty. All right. So this was a little piece that I had for sale in my store, and when it closed, it was still there. I loved it. Look, when I talk about loving chippy, this is the perfect chippy right here. I'm trying to remember where I got this, whether it was at a thrift store or an auction. All I'm going to do is seal it and leave it the way it is. But look at that. It kind of reminds me of the Sweet Sunset that we've been putting on some furniture in my living room. So this could be a cool piece. It was probably an old antique mirror. So I'm just gonna seal in everything as is, not disturb any of the paint chips, just seal it down. I just put a coat of banana peel over it, probably do banana peel glossy to give it a little bit of a sheen. I think that'd be cool. And then you've got like a high back layering piece, and you put something smaller in front of it, like a little, like a little flower or something like that, and maybe a candle or something, and you've got like a trio. Remember, things of 3, let them be in design. Your eye loves the odd numbers in decorating. So that's that piece I'm gonna keep. Talking about glaze, I did this vlog on my channel last year, a year and a half ago, I don't even remember. And we took 2 yellow jugs. There's still half of the Goodwill sticker left on the bottom of them. They were yellow, which you can kind of see through right there. And they have this, like, I think it was like an iris, like a purpley blue flower. If we go back on the channel, we can find it. But they were donated. And when I saw them, they just looked like milk jugs to me, right? I didn't care for the color, the design that was on them, but I decided to neutralize them. And we did some antique lace and then brown glaze over the top of them. And then I found this, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. Is this lavender? I think it's lavender, right? And put this in here, and I got enough for the both of them. So I decided to keep these for myself. Did not want to move them over to be sold because I just thought they were gorgeous, and yeah, total keeper. So would you have kept them? Would it have been hard for you to part with? You tell me in the comments below. So I'm excited. All this junk, I feel like I bought it, eons ago. So woohoo, free junk. At least it feels like that, right now. Oh, my little sign that was in my window. This is my open and close sign for my storefront. And we would swing it open and closed in the mornings when I would come in. It was always funny when it would be after hours, but ever forget, if you're a store owner, to actually, you lock the door, but you forget to swing your sign the other way and people will come knocking on the windows going, "You're open, right?" And be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're actually closed today, but your sign says you're open." So the sign, I'm gonna keep this sign because yes, we're open for love. We're open for love and creativity 24/7 all the time. But yeah, gotta keep that. That's definitely sentimental. All right, so I bought a clock at my, one of my favorite places to go and get pieces, but for really, really cheap, is Gabe's. And I've vlogged about Gabe's before as well. I know they're in Pennsylvania and possibly a couple other adjoining states, but it's basically a place where you can go and you can get like modern decor pieces, but it could be last year's or whatever. Something might be wrong. The label on it, squish, or you know, it's clothing and decor and all that stuff. And so I had bought this clock and I loved it. I loved the shape of it. It felt very Alice in Wonderland-y to me. And then I had it for a couple years and it broke. It was for me, like personally for me. And it broke, and you know, and the picture that was inside of it was all, you know, like the design behind the clock hands. It had faded just from being on the shelf in the sunlight. And I'm like, but I love it so much. It doesn't work anymore. But what can I do with it? So then you paint it, right? So I painted it, and it just became a really cool part of just my shop. And so I couldn't tell you how many people came in going, "Is that clock for sale?" It's really behind the paint. Everything is still there. But I just decided to do it one solid color of gold. I love gold. And I thought it was fabulous. I just love it. I told you, it's just so Alice in Wonderland-y. I know that's not really a word, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's just magical. It's whimsical. So I had to keep that. I did decide to keep this frame, sorry, this, what do you call it? This is matted and framed, but this picture, it's a lantern in the snow, and it was for sale in my storefront. I took it off the wall. There was a couple other ones. I went to one of my last auctions I went to, I got a couple, which auctions are a great place if you know, they're open in your area right now just during this time. But if you can go to auctions, you can get some great artwork, because you think about the homes that are cleaned out and then the contents are sold. So everything that comes off the walls, right? You can get some amazing, amazing prints, just real art, copies, all the good stuff, right? And so if you go to an auction and you love the person's stuff, you might hit on, you know, an estate that you're like, I want all their artwork. So the last place I went, I got a bunch of really cool photos. They were kind of more rustic feeling. And I put them in my store, but then my store like closed down in March. Because we had to, and so now I'm taking stuff off walls and I'm like, I'm gonna keep that. So I have a lot of wall space, and what I wanna do is going up my stairwell, just do the thing where you do the photos and the collage leading up. So I decided to keep this. Really, really liked it. Just very basic, right? I grew up in Canada, and let me tell you, we still have a family cabin, and how many times did I fall asleep laying on the bunk? And I would listen to Dad on the table, and he would just kind of like pump the old lantern, the gas lantern, to get it going. I remember just the sound. Oh my gosh, love it. Good memories. So I'm going to keep that one. I just feel it is fitting. This is a wreath that I got at one point. I think I used this to display my stuff with. That's why I kept this one. So I bought this either at a thrift store. Yeah, I think it was at thrift store, because it still has leaves into it. So it's not like a Walmart made one. And I think I bought it at a thrift store. That's what I did. I did it on Home Talk one time. I went and I bought wreaths. We stripped all the stuff that was on it that was faded. And I went to the store and got some pussy willows, some fake ones, because they stay for years, for eons, right? Alive and well, not really. But you know, they're fake, kind of faded a little bit now, but they're still beautiful in their own way. I'm gonna keep these. In fact, I'm looking over here because I have a window, and I think it would be fun to put this over the center of it. So I might make use of that. But yeah, this was just a thrift store wreath. We took all the stuff off of it. The reason why I can remember that is because literally there's still like Christmas bling bling stuck into it. And I turned it the other way around. And then I put my floral over the top of it that I liked. Love me some pussy willows. And we made a cute little wreath. So that was definitely a keeper. Okay, this was a little one as well that I'm deciding to keep for myself. Feels very Beauty and the Beast to me. You guys can probably tell by now the kind of stuff that I like. But oh yeah, and it's a candle holder. Don't be judging me now. I love my candle holders. All right, got a little girl do what she loves. All right, these are 2 red candle holders. What are the chances, Sonia? I really don't have a lot of red in my house, so I'm probably gonna paint these with you guys and turn them into just a different color chunky candle holder, but that's pretty cool, right? Oh yeah, I do like that. Just looking around the table going, ooh, what can I pair it with right now? But yeah, put a fun color, maybe even like a teal on the front of this. If I put a teal on and then distress back, red and teal go so good together, right? But this color here doesn't really match this, but I guarantee you if I put teal over here and then just allowed a little bit of that edge of red to come through, your eye would go, oh yeah, it fits now, right? It fits. So that's a keeper for sure. Okay, I decided to keep this wooden, what is this? Like a wooden platter? I don't know, just, I loved it. So we got this at a thrift store. I painted this live with you guys, I think on Facebook. And this is Sandy Tan Toes. I distressed it. You guys know this is gonna fit perfect because it's neutral. So that was a keeper. Also, decided right around the same time we painted this one. This is just an old silverware box. We painted it Sandy Tan Toes. Again, just a good stacking. So for example, if you have a lamp next to your bed and it's smaller, it doesn't feel like it has enough volume, it's not big enough and it just is not the right ratio, the moment that you take something like this, so I want, for example, to make this feel bigger, I would put my, actually I kind of do like that right there, I would put my lamp on top of it. All right, let me move over a little bit right here. I'll have mess with that because I'll do it catty corner and move things around, but you guys get the idea real quick. So you would put your, whatever, your layering piece, and you put it there, and now all of a sudden it feels raised up. Do you see the difference of what it can make? Like the difference it can make when you have just, you know, basic layering pieces like that? Same idea with this one right here. This was Sandy Tan Toes that we painted over a bench that I got at a thrift store. I could show you the very same idea, you know, so I'm not gonna use this as a bench on the floor. If I was, I'd maybe put it in a bathroom with a little basket onto it. I don't know, with, you know, some soaps or something like that into it. What would you guys use it for? But for me, when I look at this, again, I see it as a layering piece. So, you know, I'll just use this as an example because it's behind me right now. And we're gonna just go with it. Let's see here. But yeah, so if you can find pieces like this, it's perfect. And they don't really cost a lot, right? Sometimes you get more for cheaper because it's smaller. Ugh. That was framing some of his artwork. And you can play with it and do fun stuff with stuff like this as well, right? So let's put our clock up there since we have it. There we go. Pretty darn cool. So all of a sudden now it's more stacked behind me and it's just, you know, it's just all in that area, but it's cool. It all fits together, right guys? So I'm loving on that. In fact, I'm really, really loving on that. All right, so now I'm gonna have to obviously fit this piece over here as well. Why don't we put this piece right here? There, boom. Wow, well that wasn't planned, but I'm kind of liking how this looks. Yeah, all right, I like it. We gotta hang out more like this together. Same idea, this is, I had Riley's bracelets. My son, every once in a while, gets in a mood where he stamps some cuffs for me. I do have a couple that I'm gonna be posting very, very soon, just to let you know they were on this tray in my storefront. They didn't make it online, so I'm gonna take the physical ones that he made and post them. Maybe I'll do a live sale. If you guys are interested, let me know. We'll do a live sale. They say all kinds of different stuff, like all like junker, picker, just, yeah, just like thrifter life kind of stuff, and positivity, thrifting, positivity, two of my favorite things in the world. So this is another layering piece. I put, I think the color watermelon on top of this color, on top of this piece. That was a color that I used, a great piece. It's kind of similar to Sweet Sunset, so I was thinking maybe I can make use of this around the house and blend into the Sweet Sunset, you know, pieces that we've done together. I don't know why this vase has been with me forever. I bought it on sale, super on sale. Bought it new, and it's been kicking around, and now I feel like it's been with me for so long that it's supposed to be part of my life, okay? I don't know why I bought a vase that looks like a cow, but don't judge me because I love it and I will find a place for it. It's just really special to me because it's been with me. Like, it was probably like one of the very first things I bought when I first moved to the United States. Like, it's been with me that long, and it's been with me like everywhere. It's been with me at the office when I worked in the corporate world. It stayed with me when we first moved down here and I first started, making our house a home for us. Yeah, it's just been with me forever, and it's just a silly little vase, but I can look at stuff and I feel like I see times, right? Like I feel like I look at stuff and I remember how I felt, and I just remember everything that was going on in life during that time, which is probably why it's so hard for me with stuff, because I do. It's deeper for me. It's deeper than a piece of stuff. Now, this is just a fun one. I love flower pots. I love the feel of flowers, if you can keep them alive. Oh man, you're so lucky. But I love this. I actually bought a ton of flower pots. They were all new. I got them on sale and I sold them in my store. And this is like one of the last of the new ones that I had. And so I'm like, I'm gonna keep that. And I like that color, that it's almost like a Be My Honey color. So I'm gonna put that, honestly, if you go out, I was gonna say, I'm gonna put that somewhere, put a flower into it. It won't be a real flower. We ain't gonna deal with that. But I'm gonna go get a fake flower, just drop it, the pot right down inside of it. It'd look really, really cute in a bookshelf. This is one that I got out junking and at a thrift store. I think I paid just like $1 or $2 for this one. It's orange, love the color, perfect for fall, right? So I'm gonna keep that one as well. I love a cluster of flower pots of different colors. At one point, I used to have a windowsill and that was just filled with all like red and yellow and blue flower pots with cactuses. Just love that. Okay, this is a piece that I was genuinely so happy. I'm like, please don't sell, because if it doesn't sell, I can bring it home. I got this piece at a thrift store, and I just love pottery. You guys know I tried pottery for the first time in the last couple years. Did a really cool polka dot set for myself. Showed you guys on the vlog that. Maybe once again, if I ever do a tour, I'll show you it again. Trust me, my pottery did not come out as nice as this, but I just have an appreciation for pottery. After doing it, you realize how hard it actually really is. So the person who did this, yeah, I envy you, right? Like, oh my gosh. So when I see pottery like this, and especially so big, I think I got this for like maybe right around $6 or so. It's heavy, and I'm really thinking about putting it in my dining room here in the very center and maybe filling it with something for fall. So we'll probably decorate that one together. So would you have kept this, or would you have let it go? I was just like, if it doesn't sell, I am going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. All right, let me see what else is in these boxes. Is there anything else kicking around? I think we might have got it all. This was, yeah. And of course, the last thing I threw in my boxes, this used to be outside my shop door. And these were hours, 11 to 4, Friday and Saturday, outside of the Junk Monkey store. And my sweet friend, Carrie, she knows that I love Harry Potter. Can you kind of tell by the font that has that magical feel to it? And you guys know, the way our store was painted inside. And that was a gift that she gave me, and I just treasure it. So this is something I'm keeping. I worked the last time I was down in Ligonier to take my sign off out front. And yeah, so I'll show you guys what the store looks like probably on my next vlog as we clean it all out, declutter, and just, like I say, work through this season of life of, opening up the next chapter. It's kind of bittersweet. I do have to go down there again tomorrow, so I know I have a 6-hour drive just getting there and getting back. It's hard. Imagine if your work was 3 hours away. I mean, could you do it? You'd be like, no, this is crazy. So we've moved up north now, and the timing is right. It's all good, and I'm excited to, the time that I spend traveling and maintaining a storefront, now I'll be able to spend more time online with everybody. So we got plans and they're multiplying, all kinds of great stuff coming up this fall as well. So stay tuned for that. All right, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me this Friday. Thank you for doing so because it kept me company as I was cleaning out these boxes. Now my job is to just kind of, dust and clean them all off, and I am going to find places for all of them. That is my goal. All right, friends, I will see you guys again soon. Take care. Sending love to all you guys. Bye.